Hello and welcome to today's VETSELITE Daily Vlog. Today I'm going to go over the concept of it's not about you as a coach, it's about what your athletes need. And the reason I want to talk about this is because I've been diving into a specific topic lately, and really been thinking about ways to implement this just train of thought, like as a coach, like as a strength coach, and kind of like how can I actualize this to happen. Because, the way that my brain kind of works is when I am introduced to something, I want to put it into application. You know what I mean? Like the theory and the paper on paper, seeing, learning theories in the classroom and learning these methods, like I don't understand them. Like I get the concept, but I don't fully understand how it applies to the bigger picture of development until I go out and I try it myself. Like, you know what I mean? I want to see, like, what does this look like? Like, what are the ins? What are the outs? Like, what are the kind of the logistics of how to do it? Like, how do athletes respond to it? Do they like it? Do they not like it? Does it actually transfer? And, until I put it in application, like, I kind of in limbo, because I understand what is going on as far as like VBT or PAP or the reactive training type of deal, or band training or overspeed. Like I get what the concept is, and I can understand, and I have ideas about how to put that into application, right? But until I do that and then consistently see if it works, I'm kind of stuck in a place where I don't really know like what to think about it anymore. Like, I continue to think deeply about ways to implement, like what could possibly happen, what are the benefits, when should I apply it, when should I not apply it, how should I apply it, like who should I apply it to, like all those type of things I will consider. But I want to put it into application. I want to try and see like what benefits does this have? What drawbacks does it have? Because everything has benefit, everything has drawback. Like, if you're going to focus on one thing, then you're clearly taking the focus on something else. So I'm in a situation right now where, I've been really thinking deeply for almost a month about this one area. Like this one area that I wanted to really attack as an opportunity to handle basically getting better at, changing my warm-up, getting to the point where I added in, representative stimulus, progress stimulus, learned how to, in a way where I would have, not as complex, not as, the problem solving task was minimal. And it was stimuli that were like representative of sporting action, and slowly progress that to more complex, more, decision making tasks, right? Like throughout like a long progression, I really had a good idea of what I wanted to do. Even went out as far to have a conversation with a colleague about how to make that happen, like different ideas, how to progress. And then, we meet with the coach of the team, and the way that he wanted things to be done, the way that he wanted things to be done because of what the team needed, because of what the athletes needed, totally negated that. Like it didn't totally negate it, and we're going to be able to have some concepts in there, but the type of freedom and the type of decision making and the elaborate type of model I wanted to implement is not what they need. This group needs something else. They need a certain type of, structure. They need rigidity for reasons that make sense to a sport coach. And that's kind of a hard pill to swallow. Like, I really dove into this topic. Like I personally put in a lot of thought, and it's kind of hard to kind of take a step back and it's not about what I think. Like, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like who cares if I come up with, this elaborate scheme, we come up with all these good drills, we collaborate as a strength and conditioning staff, and we have all these things that are coming into place, but it's not what the team needs. It's not what our athletes need. Our athletes need rigidity. They need structure, right? For whatever the reasons may be. I'm not going to go into that. It's more of a personal type of issue with that group, and that's not something that I want to reveal or whatever. But at the end of the day, like this group needs that, and the reasons why they need it came from the sport coach totally are valid. Like they make sense, and like these guys need to earn the right in order to do the things that I want to do, and even my other colleague that we want to do moving forward. But as Nick Massioli always says, you got to earn the right to do these things. Like, you got to show me that you can handle these basics, these fundamentals. You can follow these basic instructions, and then we can progress. So, I've spent about 3 weeks to a month, like, thinking about all these ideas, trying to, get the sound thinking behind it to make sure that I'm not going into this thing and I don't know what's going on. It comes down to the fact that, like, what's your needs analysis? And part of that's not just like your physical deal. Like, it's not just physically what they need, like developmentally what it's, about like their personality. Like, what do these people, like, what do your athletes need? Like, what kind of people are these athletes? And like that stuff goes a long way. Like, what do they need? And you need to find out as much information as possible around that question and fill everything in. And that's how you build a program, right? Like, the type of scheme that I wanted to follow going forward would serve maybe a different group very, very well. But it's not going to serve this group of athletes to what they need. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much thought I put into it and, like, this elaborate scheme that I wanted to do. And it doesn't matter that I want to learn, because that's not what the athletes need. We're out here for our athletes to give them exactly what they need, depending on their situation, environment, your situation, your environment, what you have available to you, how much time you have, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All those things boil back down to what do they need. Everything you say, everything you do should boil back to what do these athletes need. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're here to do. We're here to give these athletes what they need. So I just wanted to kind of, I just kind of want to talk about that concept, because it's something that, you hear about, you might see on Twitter. Ryan Horn is a really big kind of motivational, I guess, like, spokesman for strength and conditioning on this, like, contemporary front, saying, there's no magic exercise, right? It's not about what you think you need. It's about what the athletes need for their situation, their development, their environment, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's what matters. And you need to be the detective and figure that stuff out and then apply it as a coach. So I just wanted to talk about that. I'm sure some other people have been in this situation. You might go through times where you learn this new thing and you want to apply it, but is that what is best for your athlete? Like, I feel like that's the overarching question, is what you're doing best for your athletes, or is it because it's something that you want to do? And it's a humbling question. It's a hard question to swallow. And there's been times, like, where I've done things just because I want to see what happens, and that's almost a little selfish. It's out of good measure. It's not that I think that what we're going to do is going to hurt our athletes, and goods come out of it, and not negative, but not positives that come out of it either. I've never, like, done something where I didn't know it was going to happen. It's not like, we're trying out, crazy, barbell Turkish get-ups. Like, you know what I mean? It's nothing like that, or something that's going to endanger the athlete. But it's, different concepts and different mindsets and different focuses on, like, how to get things done, how things need to be organized. Like, those type of things matter. So that's kind of what I talk about today, and I hope this maybe spoke to somebody, or if you want to reach out, talk about it, let me know. Have a good night.